I wish I knew this before buying Terragen. I bought Terragen and I regretted it, so I need to share that experience. If you want to go ahead and buy it, that would be your choice, but it would be wise to know what others have gone through. Okay, so this is in a nutshell, because I don't want to waste your time. Let me just take you straight to the point. This is the problem. You will never, ever, ever, I know it's written there just once, never ever just once, but just keep repeating it until you get sick of it. You will never, ever, ever, ever be able to use it. You will not believe this. Um, why? Why? Because it is impossible to find any kind of tutorial whatsoever on Terragen. You may be thinking, you must be joking. Just go to YouTube and Google Terragen tutorial and you'll find plenty. Yes, because they are just the absolute basics. And everybody who has any tutorial, I'm saying everybody, in internet, not just YouTube, there's stuff in Vimeo as well. All of them are absolute basics. Did I say basics? No, I did not say basics. I said absolute basics. So the kind of stuff you want to cover in the first 30, 35 minutes of your knowledge in Terragen. Okay, you know how to use the interface. That's it. Let me take you back. Let me take you back. There's a guide, even documentation, Terragen documentation. If you come here, you may be thinking, oh, there's documentation. You read the documentation. The documentation was up till 2018 an absolute piece of disaster, an absolute piece of rubbish. Why? Because it was TBD everywhere, to be defined, to be defined. They didn't care at all. And I think they started changing it, but what they're giving you is something to make you shut up, which is create your first scene. And then you get, yeah, you can add a lake, you've got default scene explained. What else do you want? This is what I mean by absolute basics. Look at this. This is what you're going to be able to make at the end. I'm just scroll all the way down. Wow, this is it. This is what you're going to be able to make. This is what I called absolute basics. And it looks totally ugly. Like, have you ever seen any of this? Would you use any of this? Because honestly, this is like the default stuff you would get in any software. Like, why should I use Terragen for this? Like, this is absolute basics. Let me take you back. Why am I saying this? Because if I come here and showcase Terragen in films and TV, you come here and you think, oh, hold on a moment, these are big titles. These are very big titles. And you are telling me I'm going to make this. Now, have you ever seen something like this? Like this? Something rubbish like this in one of those films? No. No, I bet you. I bet it doesn't. No, you never get hired if you make stuff like this, because this piece of rubbish is just the absolute basics. They put these clouds, by the way, are just the default ones. You just click add clouds, and you get that stuff in there. And the terrain is stuff. It's like these are primary school. Okay, primary school. Okay, let's go back to the point because I don't want to waste your time. Let's go back. Okay, you will not find, and go ahead, look, there's Vladimir Chopin, there is Gigat Play, which is Vladimir Chopin, there's some other stuff as well. That's all like the first day in primary school. Okay, that's very simple. We thank the guy for his efforts and stuff, but that's all primary school. Let's not get it wrong. It's primary school. Okay, then there is, why? Because and I'm saying there are only a handful of people that know how to use Terragen properly at advanced level. Like the handful of people that can do this stuff, the people that work in this stuff, a handful. Do you know what a handful is? Go back to the dictionary, count your fingers. That's all there is. Okay, it's not, there's not more in the whole world, including the makers of Terragen. And why? Because they don't want you to learn it at an advanced level, because if you do, you're going to compete with them. Where? In this. So have you looked at Mortal Engines? Amazing. Yeah, I'm sure in Mortal Engines you don't get this piece of rubbish. Have you seen this piece of rubbish that they're showing you how to do? I can show you how to do better than this, by the way, in Terragen. But that's all they're showing you. This is how you make your first scene. Wow. And it's been there for ages. They don't want you to learn. Okay. Why? Because they don't want you to compete with them. And even the makers of Terragen don't want you to compete with them, because this is the real money. For them, this is the real money. It's not this. They want, however, to keep you paying. They want to bring cows to keep milking them. So with all due respect, this is how Planet Side Software perceives any buyer of Terragen. Okay? You are, what are you? You are a cow they are going to milk. And a cow who knows almost, I'm saying almost because they are going to show you the basics, just about enough to keep you paying for the getting some sort of satisfaction that actually the software gives you an interface. Almost nothing about Terragen. And if you ask more, this is the big one. If you ask more, if you say, oh, how can I do this? How can I do that? And start pushing. They say, hire me. Don't believe me? You don't believe me? Come over here. They give you, oh, there's a forum here. There's a forum. Oh, by the way, there's a forum. Yeah. And in the forum, you can see there's 73,000 posts and stuff and plenty, and they seem to be answered. And there's file sharing, and you will not find a single one without an answer. Some you could find something like there's 0 replies, but it's because somebody is trying to sell his own stuff. That's it. So everything is answered. And you think, well, there's a working forum. I can go ahead and ask the question. Now go ahead and try it, and you will get answers that you will not be able to implement. And the moment you start asking for clarification, okay, but how can I do it? Go ahead, check those other people who have already asked you, and you find at the end that they say, hire me. They don't say hire me like clearly, but they say, oh, if you want to do something like that, you may consider hiring a professional, which is another way of saying hire me. Okay? These handful of people, including the makers of Terragen. Okay, I mean, it's quite simple. Even if you look at this, how can you find a shop selling inside? Normally, you would find forums not allowing spam. But if you come here, there's a shop. There's a shop that is selling. I mean, this is one of the handful of people that know how to make some stuff. And what he's doing actually is, again, another attitude of milking people, which is buy his ready-made stuff. Or not just about him. I think there are some others as well selling ready-made stuff. Why would you buy his ready-made stuff? Like, you've already made that stuff. I need to know how to make it. So this is my warning to you: is go ahead, be my guest. If you want to be this guy, just go back. If you want to be, I'm just come back here. If you want to be this guy, the cow that they keep milking, go ahead, buy it. What I recommend is the following. Okay, you think, well, are you just against them? Or do you hate them? Are you a competitor? Maybe. No. I am a customer, a severely pissed off customer. Okay, for many years, I couldn't get past the primary school because they did not allow me to do that, and I did pay money for that. Okay, I paid money for the software. So what am I suggesting to you? Simple. Don't pay. Okay, just don't be the cow. Okay, just don't be the cow because they're going to milk you. That's all. You're not going to be more than a cow who knows nothing about the software. Okay, in a figurative way, a cow. I'm not insulting. I'm just saying, just look at you as a cow. What you could do is only, and I'm saying, please do not get past this Terragen for free. Even when you get those temptations that they say, oh, it's 50% discounted, it is 20% discounted, you get this for free, you get that. Don't follow it. It's just they showing some herbs to the cow because they want to milk the cow. Okay, what you want to do is get Terragen for free. Go ahead, because I know you may want to check what I'm saying. Go ahead, waste your years going through the primary school stuff that is in internet from Geek at Play, Vladimir Chopin, or from any other guys. Go ahead and experience for yourself with the free version. Okay, you don't care about it, the maximum resolution, the detail. Honestly, if you can't make something good inside, there's no point in the render quality. If it's going to be rubbish, it doesn't matter how beautifully rendered it's going to be. The inside is rubbish, and you're not going to be able to make more than rubbish. With all due respect, that's what they want you to. That's what they want to cap you at. They don't want you to go beyond that. So just use the free one, and only. And when do you think you can switch to the paid one? I genuinely believe, deeply convinced, highly persuaded, you will never need to buy the PlanetSide, because the moment you do it, you become a milked cow, because up till now, nothing has changed. But I give you a theoretical situation where you would want to switch. When you are able to make something like this. Okay? I'll just show you. Now, they're showcasing this, and they say, look, you can do this with Terragen. No, that's a big lie. This guy can make this with Terragen, and the handful of people can make, not you. You will whoever you are, you will never, ever, ever be able to make this. So this is the thing. If when you're able to make stuff like this with the free version, be my guest. Go ahead and buy the software. You are now an excellent guy. This will not happen in 30 years. It will not happen. Unless you don't want to have any friends, you don't have any family, you probably just go to the toilet and eat and spend all hours and days, 7 days a week, 365 days per year, 700 years, just going through the notes and experimenting with them without guidance, in the dark, spending decades in the dark, just like they have done. They have spent decades in the dark to get to where they are. And that's why when you look at their pictures, you realize how old they are. Okay, so you're dealing with really, really old people who do not want to share. Okay, go ahead, check the forum, please, and check the users that get told off. The moment you are going to ask for more information, they are going to tell you off. Literally, you feel bullied. You literally are going to feel bullied because one is going to tell you, oh, if you want this, you want to hire a Terragen specialist. Yeah, but you need to learn it the hard way. Oh, no. And you get 4 or 5 people and you think you are wrong. But after so many years, you realize it's the same names. These are the same people, actually, that can do this stuff. Okay? And by the end, they tell you, hire me. So, unfortunately, it is the only software on the planet Earth, in our whole galaxy, that is like this. Because the owners of Terragen drive this behavior. They're part of the problem. Okay, so this is the problem. If I'm not talking about don't use this one, go use another software. All I'm saying is don't buy it. Just don't buy it. When you can do something from at the level that you see, not just this one, go back, check these films. Okay, they showcase these films. Look at these films. Look at just the trailer. Don't even need to buy this. Just look at the trailer, Mortal Engines. You will find in the trailer of Mortal Engines an amazing landscape. Now, when you can make that with the free version, go ahead and buy it. Otherwise, you're just a milked cow.